Hello, this is Drive New Business with Social Media, and I am your expert presenter for today, Mark Mikelat. This is a re-recording from a live webinar we had some technical difficulties, so I'm re-recording this so that you have this for reference material. Sometimes Murphy's Law comes in there and we have some technical whoop-de-doos, and this one we were able to resolve, but not quickly enough. So we're doing the best we can to make it up to you with this recording. This is me right here. I am Mark Mikelat, and my consulting practice is named Building Aspirations. You can find us at buildingaspirations.com because that's what we do. We help you build your aspiration. If there is not an engagement, if you are not connected emotionally to what you are doing professionally, you're really not living the life that you deserve. And everything we do is focused on marketing success and sales success and business success, but also within the idea of personal success, your aspiration. And we've been helping businesses do this for well over a dozen years. And our sponsor for the webinar today is Constant Contact, a provider of email marketing and social media marketing services for a long time. They have 650,000 customers worldwide. I am actually a strategic partner with them. And we're going to show you today with some real actionable, no fluff, no puff, no huff, what you can do type of things to drive new business. All right, let's get going. This is your business right here, right? So now how do you get this? This is marketing. This is marketing in its best form. To get a couple customers and have everybody in the world brag about you to all their friends. That's exactly what you want, right? This is called word of mouth marketing, and we are going to give you the tools, we're going to give you the strategies to really put this into action, because it's about engagement. Engagement is really the new word of mouth marketing. And when you tap into all of these social media channels, they're called channels, when you tap into these social media channels, you can really propel yourself to a higher level of success. And I'm constantly going to be talking about these. We're talking about marketing, but I don't want you to think of this as marketing. These are conversations. Because although it's a business, although you're selling a product and a service, it's really a person connecting with another person. That's really what marketing is. Nobody wants to engage with a logo or a poster or an email campaign. It's really that's a metaphor. That's a tool that allows and enables the two people to connect. I mean, if you're involved in text messaging, text messaging, what is it? It's typing on a 2-inch by 5-inch screen or something, right? That's ridiculous. But it's really not that. It's the connection that's the importance of texting. It's the immediate connection with that human being. There's emotions associated with that. And that is really what makes engagement and word of mouth marketing really, really work. You're going to hear me use this word again and again, engagement. We're going to make sure you're engaged. Now, social media marketing, does it, I mean, is it worth it? Yes. 78% of companies say social media posts influence purchases. 73% of people say that they are likely to buy from a brand because of their social media. And 84% of social media users share to show their support for a cause. So it works for B2C, B2B, and for not-for-profits. So social media, because it's connecting human being to human being, is definitely worthwhile. Now let's talk about your advantage. This is key to your marketing strategy. You need to constantly and consistently advertise your advantage. And you need to do it in an authentic, real, and genuine way. If you've engaged with me, if you've done coaching sessions with me, or you've been to any of my keynote speeches or workshops, or you're working with me right now in my mentoring program, you know that I'm an extraordinarily authentic individual. I am very, very practical, and that's my secret sauce. I mean, I give you the inspiration, the motivation, I help you along the way, but sometimes you need to know, what button do I click? What time? How many? What's the number? You need real practical information. That's my advantage. Now, what is your advantage? That's what you're going to use social media to talk about. And I want you to look at the picture in the background right there. What is that? People are doing business, but it's really a conversation that drives that business. So social media, don't worry about the technology. I'm going to tell you about the technology, but the technology is going to change in 2, 5, 10 years, right? We're going to look at it now, but the underlying concept of human being connecting to real human being is really the key. That's really what we're talking about. We want you to build and expand these relationships. We want you to increase your brand awareness, and we want you to grow your email list. And that right there, the grow your email list, that's fundamental. That's at the bottom of this, because everything else is gonna fall to the wayside unless we have that. Because if you have a great product, if you have a great website, if you have great social media presence, but you do not have an audience to sell to, ooh, that's gonna harm you. That's gonna do bad things for your business. You need to constantly and consistently grow your email database. So this is the general agenda. We're going to get you started. We're going to talk about content a little bit. We're going to talk about social media advertising just a little bit, and then we're going to get you to grow your list. And everything we do is focused on giving you practical, straightforward, actionable advice. Now let's talk about the different types of social media. There's a gajillion different options out there, and it's just crazy. And I know, it's just, holy cow, wait 10 minutes and turn around and you're going to have something else. I know, yeah, exactly. It's crazy. And we're going to embrace this craziness. There are networking sites, there's Facebook, there's Twitter, there's LinkedIn, there's photo sharing sites. Snapchat is super duper popular right now. It's really quick. Pinterest is a photo sharing site, typically for women. And Instagram is an instant photo sharing site that skews relatively young as well. And then we've got video sharing. And video marketing is on fire. Let me address all of these at a really high level. Because I remember when I started this, it's about conversation. All of these are different types of conversation. Let me walk you through. Facebook is a conversation in a bar. Twitter is a conversation in a hallway. LinkedIn is a conversation in a boardroom. Instagram is a conversation at a fashion show. Pinterest is a conversation between women. Snapchat is a conversation to young people. And video marketing is the most intimate type of conversation that you can have. Now let me walk through some more specifics. Facebook is a conversation in a bar. What can you talk about in a bar? Anything. People can interrupt you, they can change the subject. Yeah, exactly. That's the conversation in a bar. But why do you go to a bar? You go to socialize. You go to engage. That's the whole point of Facebook. People are there for engagement, socializing. Remember that word engagement? I said I was going to use it again and again. If you go to a bar and people are real surly and they say, buy this beer, right? You don't go back to that bar. It's not fun. It's not engaging. Same thing on Facebook. Buy my stuff, right? That's just someone yelling at you to buy the stuff. That's not engaging. You're not going to go back to Facebook. You go to the bar to socialize. You go to engage. You go to converse. That's what's happening on Facebook. And in that conversation, people can mention a plumber. People can recommend your graphic arts school. People can recommend your parenting coaching classes. Yeah, you're in that conversation. And it's well received because it's casual. It's a conversation in a bar. Now, Twitter is a conversation in a hallway. It's a conversation in a hallway because it's super fast. You have a technical limitation in Facebook. You can type 140 characters and that's it. You put out a sentence and bam, that's it. And it's super quick. There's 10,000 comments right after you. And your stuff gets buried. It obsolesces very quickly. But that doesn't mean it's not of value. Hey, you gotta go to Mark's webinar tomorrow? Oh yeah, okay, see you there. Like those messages on Twitter, that could be your entire marketing message. It's a conversation in a hallway. Now you're speaking to a person potentially, but other people can overhear you. So it's low quality messages that are quick, that are dispersed very widely. I have 13,000 followers on Twitter. If you tweet about me, that has the potential to be seen by 13,000 people because you're targeting my audience. Now, if I like your business and I keep tweeting about it, right, there's thousands of people who may actually see this marketing message about your business. It's a conversation in a hallway, really quick, high dispersion. LinkedIn, remember LinkedIn is a conversation in a boardroom, higher level, more strategic, more business oriented, more formal. Okay, you don't mess around. You don't tell jokes in a boardroom meeting, right? You're kind of serious. But you also don't have the boardroom meeting every day. You see? So it's more infrequent, more formal, more serious, more strategic. That's LinkedIn. Now Instagram is instant. That's instant photo sharing. So it's an online mobile media. You share the photos immediately. Now what's unique about Instagram? Remember, it's a conversation in a fashion show. If you've ever been to a fashion shows are very visual. They're very quick. A model walks on the runway with a dress, and she's on the runway for, what, 30 seconds or something, and then here comes the next one. So it's very visual, very quick, and no business gets done at the fashion show. People are in the room looking at the fashion. Now, that doesn't mean that there's no marketing value. I'm just telling you it doesn't happen instantly. What happens is that, oh gosh, I like that designer. Let's make an appointment with them next week. Oh, let's check out their studio next month. Okay, it plants the seeds for future marketing, but the marketing doesn't happen right there. So if you're looking to drive traffic, for example, no. Instagram builds brands and builds awareness, very visual, very right now, but instant business, no, that's probably not the right avenue. Now, a photo sharing site that does drive instant business is called Pinterest. The conversation on Pinterest is a conversation for women because it's primarily women, 70% women by participation and registration. So not only are they the most common users of Pinterest, but they're the most active individuals on Pinterest. Now, can you advertise to a man on Pinterest? Of course you can, but it's 70-30, 70% women. And the conversations have evolved around what women consumers are typically looking for. And there are four very broad, this is not mathematical precision, but very broad ideas. Food, fashion, fitness, home accents. Food, fashion, fitness, home accents. So if you're advertising, if you're marketing to women across those four categories, and or you want to drive lots of traffic to your website immediately, great. Because in Pinterest, someone can click on a photo and go right to your website. In Instagram, no. They can only go to one link on your profile. Instagram, every picture can drive traffic. Now, Snapchat is a crazy new video sharing media channel for younger people. So it's skewed towards visual products, very engaging visually, and it's very, very young. And the evolution of this is yet to be determined. It's a billion-dollar asset. It's enormously popular, and people are evolving new ways to do that. It's about engagement. People love it, and anything related to loving is a marketing opportunity. Now, in video sharing, there's two video sites out there. The dominant one really is YouTube. And YouTube is the most intimate conversation you can have, because YouTube allows you to create a conversation with someone without creating a conversation with someone. They can literally be in front of you listening to you talk, right? You may be watching this video right now. I'm not on the screen, unfortunately, but if this were a headshot and I'm speaking directly to you, you're having a conversation with me. You can argue that this is a conversation, right? I'm speaking with you. And if you actually got to see me, my facial expressions and eyeballs and what have you, right, that's a rapport building opportunity. Now, what's great is when you have a conversation on the phone with someone, you have to be on the phone with someone. You got to schedule the sales call or something like that. But if you are in video format, holy moly vajoli, right? They can watch this video on their time. And it's less onerous on you. They just go and watch the video. And now they can get to know you without actually talking to you because they kind of are talking to you. It creates and enables that engagement. So the first thing, let's talk about some of the tactical things now. We started high level overall strategy. Now let's get to, okay, where do I click? What's the button? The first thing for all of these is you're going to set them up. Now, some people ask me a lot, do I need to be everywhere? No. You need to be wherever you need to be that's most successful for your business. And the way you determine that is you look at, okay, where's my target market and where do they spend their time and energy? And if they're not on Twitter, if they're not on Snapchat, don't worry about it. Be where they are. But if they are on a specific channel, you need to make sure that your channel is done and configured for that conversation. And some basic things, you need to complete your profile. Okay, so all of the profiles out there are going to document you and your business. They'll all have contact information to a degree, and they all have different strategies for header photos or profile photos. So these photos need to be visually engaging, and they need to intrigue people. And what that means is that not only do they need to be emotionally engaging again, but they have to look good on mobile. So something that's very, very detailed, when it's reduced to the size of a stamp on my mobile phone, that might not be the best. Now, when you're out there, you're going to invite and announce your presence. You're going to tell people that you're actually there. Okay? For example, on Facebook, you're going to push people from your personal page to your business page. You're going to invite your friends. Now, invite. This is really important. You can't force anybody to do anything. Well, how do I grab all the information and just load it up to a database? No. Remember, the key word is engaging. Okay? If you're forcing something, you're not engaging. And I'm sorry, but if you have 10 contacts and 8 people don't want to speak to you, and you know that, I would argue that that's good. A lot of people come to me and say, but how do I market to these 8 people? These 8 people don't care. So market to the 2 people who do care. Quit wasting your time. I mean, in the very beginning, you're just going to seed your social media to just get started. Now, you can do this in your email. If you're doing email marketing right now, you can engage with people and encourage them, push them to your social media. Ask them to follow you. Give them an inducement, maybe a contest, maybe some kind of little game related to following you. There's going to be benefits associated with following you. Now, what those benefits are, you have to document that. Okay? If you're just marketing at me, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, there's no reason for me to engage with you, right? You need to provide value. If you follow me, I got tons of value. Oh my gosh, I've got 550 tips videos on YouTube. I have 3 years worth of blog posts. I think I have 200 videos on my computer that we haven't finished editing yet. So I just have more and more and more value to constantly and consistently provide you. That's how I do this. That's how I keep my fans well fed. I feed them with high value. How do you feed these people? You need to decide for your business. Now, you can also connect with people on your website, and this is critical. Because I come to your website, I may have the best intention to come back, but guess what happens? Life happens and I don't come back. Well, it makes sense to capture my contact information so you continue to market to me and engage with me. But aren't you being pushy? How are you being pushy? You have a pop-up window that says, if you want more information, enter your information here. And if they don't want the information, they don't enter the information. You see? If they literally enter their contact information, they're taking a physical step to document that they want to hear from you. So that's really good. And you can link all of these social media sites together. You can put Twitter connected with Facebook and LinkedIn connected with Twitter if you want. I mean, it totally, and some people are going to say, well, why would people want to connect with me in different places? Well, okay, you might have a favorite book, and you may have listened to that book on audiobooks, and you may have watched the movie about that book, and you read the book again. So you want to connect with that book in different ways. Same thing about your business. People may love you so much they want to connect with you in different ways. You don't go to your favorite restaurant once. You go to your favorite restaurant again and again because you like it, right? Same thing. So seek out your existing target audience. This is imperative. This is critical. You can't advertise your gourmet cat food to me. I am not going to buy it because I don't own a cat. You need to figure out where your target market is, what they're looking for, and invest your time and energy to target them there. If you engage in my mentoring program with me, this is one of the things that we talk about, emphasize, like almost ad nauseum, because the overwhelming majority of the people, 80% of the people out there, can't do it effectively. And if you say to me, oh, my target market is everyone. I sell skincare, and everybody has skin, so I market to everybody. Okay, I'm going to say, okay, how do people in North Korea buy your product? Well, not people in North Korea. Okay, everybody but North Korea. Okay, great. How do 3-year-old girls in Canada buy your product? Well, not little girls. You see, you can't say it's everybody. It's not everybody. You need to figure out who is willing and able to buy your product. That's your target market, your audience. And you're going to interact and engage with them. So put out high value information that connects with them. If you aren't getting a reasonable amount of interaction, engagement, really what it means is you're boring. You're probably low value. Now, you don't have to cure cancer with every single post, but if no one is ever doing anything, if you're constantly hearing crickets, you need to take advantage of an invitation that I'm going to give you in a few minutes to work with me, because I can help you turn those crickets, the sound of nothing, the sound of silence, into business. And here's an example. You're sending out high value information that people want, and they interact with you. Now, you're also going to follow like-minded organizations. And the reason that you do that is that you learn what's relevant in the marketplace. You need to always know what's going on. And share content that people want to share. Your content, what you post, what you share, the pictures on Instagram, the videos on YouTube, the comments in your email marketing campaigns, they need to be shareable. Think of it this way. It's like a good joke. A good joke gets shared. Oh man, that was hilarious. I gotta remember that joke. Because you want to tell it to your friends. The same thing in business. Oh my gosh, this is a super awesome deal. I gotta tell my friends. You see? If it's not a good deal, we're not gonna share it. And don't misunderstand my words. If it's a good deal. I didn't say anything about the price. Something that's super fun, something that's original, something that's innovative, something that's cutting edge, all of those could be good deals. You just have to figure out what does good deal mean for my target audience. So your content could be useful, it could be engaging, maybe it's visual, maybe it's emotional. Whatever these push buttons are for your target market, that is what is going to enable and empower your content to be shareable. Share images, share links, share video. All of these are great examples. And there's no reason it can't all be the same thing. Maybe you have pictures of your product. Maybe you have links to the benefits of your product. Maybe you have a video about how to use your product. Right? Hey, wait a minute. It's all the same thing. Doesn't matter. It's of value to your target market, so it's going to work for you. Here's a great example. Easy peasy. Right? If you sell anything that's visual, that's part of your secret sauce. That's part of your unique selling proposition. Sell the visual. Right? If you actually say, oh, we've been in the patio furniture business for 10 years. What kind of marketing? That's like, oh my gosh, that's like anti-marketing. There's nothing intriguing, valuable, engaging about that. But if you show me this in social media, wow, before, after, see, look at this. There's 2 words and a before and after visual. What does that say? Holy cow, that says a lot in 2 words. That's the power of this stuff. And now maybe even this gets shared. Hey, Amy, I know you were frustrated with your yard. Maybe this is a good company for you, right? These are the conversations that are happening on Facebook. Hashtags. Let me mention hashtags really quickly because everybody always gets confused about hashtags. What's a hashtag? Okay, it's a word with a number sign in front of it. That's pretty much what it is. Okay, when someone says hashtag, think keyword. That's how I want you to think of it. Okay, you put hashtags on your social media posts so that, quote unquote, it's easier for people to find them. So if you're in this example, if you're talking about dogs or dog lovers or pet lovers, you may have hashtag pets, hashtags collies, hashtags golden retriever, whatever. That's a little keyword. Now don't overthink this stuff because some people, they always ask me 9 gajillion follow-up questions. But who owns the hashtags and how do you create them? You go on the screen and you type it. You think through what is important for your target market. If they come to your restaurant because it's in a particular city, maybe you constantly and consistently advertise your restaurant with a hashtag that is the city name. You see? Because that's kind of a keyword. Now sometimes you see hashtags that are silly. It's hashtag I really like a sunny day. Well, that's someone who's just being silly. They really don't understand the value of hashtags from a marketing standpoint. Let me give you the basic rules. On Instagram, have as many hashtags as you want. There's no physical limit. Well, actually, it might be 99. I think it actually is 99. But the point is that if you can think of 10 hashtags or keywords that make sense for your post, rock on, put them up there. On Twitter, two or fewer. Two or fewer. On Facebook, they really don't have value right now. Sometimes you'll see them, and it's really, no, people, once again, they misunderstand because it's really Twitter and Instagram where the hashtags provide value. Now, you're going to constantly share your content online. Remember, it's like a good joke. It needs to be shared. You can put the stuff on your website. You can put it on social media. You can put it in your email campaign. And you know this from your life. I mean, you may have seen the commercial for your local cable company 9 gajillion times. And because the first 100 times you saw it, you weren't even paying attention. But they need to put it out there, put it out there, put it out there, put it out there, put it out there. As long as it's to your target market, the repetition makes sense. It's going to be a productive use of your time, energy, and money. If you're being repetitive to someone who's totally not interested, yeah, then you're just talking to a wall. It's not going to work. So you're going to follow this strategy of sharing high-value content to your target market. Now, you can repurpose your email content, and I encourage you to do that. And what that means that if you have a promotion in your email campaign, you share that same promotion on Facebook. And Constant Contact actually has tools in there that allows and enables you to do this, and you can schedule everything. And it's a beautiful interface. You don't need to be technical. You don't need to hire a programmer to do this. And if you're not using Constant Contact, I'll give you an invitation to get started with Constant Contact in just a little bit. If you're using Constant Contact, I have something for you too. But if you're not using email marketing, oh my gosh, you need to get started yesterday. You need to get started right away. Now, what some people get confused by is you can share other people's content as long as it makes sense for your target market. Now, you are not stealing this. Okay, I am not saying go to a website, cut and paste all the information and pretend that it's yours. No. This is called link sharing, and maybe there's an article on a blog. Maybe there's a magazine that's popular to your target market, and there's an article. Maybe something like that. That's called curating, and if you are doing it in a manner that provides value and encourages engagement with your audience, it makes sense. Just don't take stuff that pushes people to your competitor, right? That's the only example of this. Use credible information and high-value resources. So if you can address a pain point or a problem in your target market, you're doing this phenomenally. And if you can add your own spin to it, great. What do you think about this article? It could be as simple as that. Now you're sharing a high-value article on Facebook, and you're saying, "What do you think about this article?" Now you're kind of you're initiating a conversation, and that's what people want. They want to connect because people do business with people. People do not do business with businesses, right? So they want to connect with you. Now you can also add an email sign up to your profiles. Here's an example on Instagram. Okay, you get people engaged with your visuals, and if you're advertising backyard fun, hey, you can sign up for this newsletter to learn more about backyard fun. Okay, this is a very strategic, a very specific example for Instagram, because Instagram, you only have one place to put the link. That's in your profile, that's it. The pictures are great, but people can only go to one link to go somewhere. So you need to be very mindful. Where do you send them from Instagram? Do you send them for your homepage? I don't know. If they're looking at all pictures of your products and your homepage talks about your company, that might be a wrong strategy. You might want to send them to your products page. In this example, we're sending them to a newsletter as a lead capture opportunity. Because now when they're on the newsletter, okay, now there's a little bit of an automated communication. We're sending out the newsletters on a regular basis, providing high value information to continue that engagement with these people. Now you can also add a sign up tab on your email Facebook page. And this is a plugin from Constant Contact. You don't need to hire someone at $5,000 an hour to do this for you. There's a little bit of a plugin, and there's tutorial videos. And if you can't do this, then you just hire one of my staff members, and we do a short project for you. And you can customize it. You can determine what information to ask. Now notice that we're asking for very little information here. Email address, first name, last name. Ask for as much information as you can without being overly aggressive. Here's what I mean. Suppose you target to parents, okay? So you might want to ask name, contact information, phone number, number of children in the household, or something like that, or maybe age ranges or something. But if you start asking all this detailed information, what's the child's name? You know, it's like, what? Right? Now all of a sudden, like, bells go off. People see you as kind of a scammer. You're going to steal their identity. You know, people know you. You need a little bit of information to run your business, of course. But at some point, you're exceeding it, right? So think through. Okay, what's the minimum amount of information for me to ask from this person to really understand my business relationship with them? And you put that in your registration sheet. And then you have a nice little sign up button. It's very dominant, very easy to see, very prominent. So it makes it very easy for people to sign up. Because what you need to appreciate is that a lot of this stuff is happening on a mobile device. And it could happen while I'm in line at the coffee shop. So there's other distractions going on in my life. You don't have my full attention. So you need to make it super duper easy for me, like seriously easy for me. And to the point of like almost where master marketing people with 30 years of experience get really, really frustrated with me because they're trying to take a methodology that worked a long, long time ago in print media and use that same methodology in a very, very quick online media, and it just doesn't work. So you need to be very, very, very simple, very concise. And if you are a traditional marketer and had tons of success, you are someone I would love to talk to. I would love to have you as my client because I can help you translate the best case strategies into a new online media. Now you can also add an email link in posts. So here you have, and Constant Contact gives you these links, and you can create multiple sign-up forms, maybe for different target markets or different segments, or you test different ideas, and then drive people to different landing pages or different opt-in pages, and they click on those links and they subscribe to your newsletter. So the key thing, folks, is you cannot forget about email. This is so fundamental to all of this stuff. Because life moves so fast, and someone loves you, and they're going to forget about you. They're going to forget about you. And if I'm lying, I'm dying. I've been doing email marketing for 20 years, since 1995. Some of my clients have been Microsoft. Microsoft was an account for 6 years. And now I'm doing email marketing consulting for small business. Now, you can emulate the success of a Microsoft. You can. You can't hit their numbers. That's just silly, right? Because you don't have the database and you don't have the staff. And yeah, I get it. But you know what? They followed a best case methodology of boom, 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 A, B, C, D. What's the proper strategy? And that strategy is what I bring to our discussions. I help you implement this stuff with a strategy that makes sense for you and your business. Because you run your business. I once had a workshop where a dentist literally said, "Oh my God, Mark, I love this stuff because I don't know how to do any of this stuff. I know how to be a dentist." Yes, yes. You have knowledge and expertise about your business, about the products and the services in your business. But you might not have what you need to know to effectively market your business. That's a whole different idea. And oh my gosh, I see this all the time. There is someone in my network. She has a beautiful little store. She sells home accents. And she sent me a campaign a while ago and said, "Mark, is this a good email campaign?" And I can't answer that because clients do that all the time. And they say, "Is this good? Is this bad?" That's as big as the universe. That question is 100% vague. You have to give me something to hang that question on. What are you trying to accomplish? What is your ultimate goal? So if you are doing your marketing and come to me and ask, "Is this good marketing?" You kind of dropped the ball before you even started the game. You need to have a desired intent. What is my intended response? So that's what I asked her before I commented about the quality of the campaign. I said, "Well, what do you want to have happen?" "Oh, I want people to come to the store." "Oh, okay. Well, then it's a horrible campaign." Ah! She just freaked. "What? What's wrong?" "You didn't give me the address of the store." Sometimes it's like that, folks, right? It's easy peasy after the fact, after somebody points it out to you, but it happens a lot. Sometimes, sometimes links break, sometimes you transpose numbers on a phone numbers, but what you need to do is always go backwards. Okay, if I'm pushing people to this landing page to buy products, does this link work? Are the advertised products on the page? You see, sometimes it needs to be like really basic like that. And sometimes if you're trying to do all of this stuff while wearing all of these hats in your business, you drop the ball because you're an expert in your business. You are not an expert in email marketing. And these simple mistakes can happen. I mean, they're simple, they're really basic mistakes, but they can happen just simply because you are not as knowledgeable about this as I am. So I help you create a success methodology to create the high value email, put it out consistently and persistently to connect with your customers, and then we're going to drive traffic from the social media because it's going to go out to the social media, and then we're going to get value back from that. That's the key here, folks. So let's say you have a relatively small email database. Let's say you have 100 people, but you send it out there and 2 or 3 people share it on Facebook. The average person right now on Facebook has 338 people. So let's just say it's shared by 3 people. I'll do the math real quick for you. 3 times 338 is in excess of 1,000 people. You had 100 people in your email database. But if you send out highly emotional, engaging, emotionally intriguing content on Facebook and encourage people to share it, now your impact grows tenfold. We went from 100 people to an additional 1,000 eyeballs on Facebook. That's what the proper strategy. Now, that's it. Now, how to get there, that's what I help you with. I give you the tactical steps on what to do. And I mentioned that if you haven't gotten started with Constant Contact, you need to get started. And here's where you can go right now. You can go to buildingaspirations.com/constant-contact. That's buildingaspirations.com/constant-contact. And I explain a little bit about Constant Contact there. And I want you to find the button that says, "I'm ready." and just click on that thing and get started. It's inexpensive, depending on what plan you're going for. You know, it might be $20 a month. It might be $40 a month with a few more bells and whistles. But think about this, folks. $20 a month, so $500 for 2 years. Oh my gosh, that's nothing. That's nothing. This is not $500 a month. Okay, this is very little, and a proven strategy with well qualified software that has great customer support. And if this were a $10,000 piece of software, I'd want you to have a real conversation with me and have a lot of questions answered. But for 20 bucks, man, I just want you to close your eyes, not even close your eyes, just say, take a deep breath and I'm ready, and click and commit. That's it. Okay? Because I know this can bring a lot of success to your business. I've been doing it for a number of years. It's very easy to use. It is. You can hire me to do stuff for you. I mean, even though it's easy, I'll tell you it's easy, and then I'll tell you that you can hire us to do the easy stuff. And people do that all the time. I mean, it's easy to mow my lawn, but you know what? I don't mow my lawn. It's easy to mow my lawn, but I don't mow my lawn. I hire a landscaper to mow my lawn for me. The same thing over here. If you want me to use my expertise to do this for you, yeah, I can do that for you. It has well in excess of 600,000 users worldwide. I think the number is actually 650,000 at the time of this recording right now. And they have great customer service. And every time I have a problem, I call the 800 number, and you know, maybe once a month I have a little question. And the most complicated problem I've ever had in using the product for 20 years probably took 20 minutes to resolve. And this was something that was extraordinarily complex, related to database organizing, that none of you would approach. This was something, because I deal with lots of clients and sometimes very complex ideas, this was a very, very complex thing, and they were able to resolve it in 18 minutes. That's the value of going with Constant Contact. It's the customer service. Now, some of you, I know, I can almost see through cyberspace, see the smoke coming out of your ears. I got lots of questions. This is great, but I still have questions. No worries. I know you have questions. And in my consulting practice, in Building Aspirations, we help you deal with these questions. I've been helping corporate clients since 1995, and I've been helping small business clients for the last 12 years or so. I understand your pain. I am a small business owner. I do email marketing. I've done it for 8 years. I totally know and understand it. I know what it means to have a limited budget and to have a frustrated market. I know what it means to have challenged employees. I know what it means to be overwhelmed. I get it. I get it. And I can help you. I teach business classes. I've been teaching for multiple years. I understand. I have entrepreneurs sitting in the classroom. So time and time again, I'll get these questions dozens of times a week. I've dealt with them, and I can deal with yours as well. I can train you, I can train your staff, or you can give everything to us. And when you give everything to us, we manage it all on your behalf. You basically say, hey, Mark, I love this idea, but you know what? Can you just do it all for me? Now, for our standard offerings, we have some great information on the website. For management, we need to talk with you a little bit and give you a little bit of a customized proposal. The way this starts is with that link at the bottom. What you can do is go to buildingaspirations.com/appointment. Buildingaspirations.com/appointment. And schedule a no obligation, no cost phone consultation with me. This is not with one of my managers. This is not with one of my staff. This is with me. One-on-one, on the phone, no pre-recording anything. I talk with you about your business. Now, typically, if you just found this on the website, $75 for this half-hour telephone call. But no cost, no obligation. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about your pain points, your business, where you're trying to go. I'm going to talk about how I can help you, and then I'm going to give you right there in the call some specific advice. And then we're going to talk about how I can help you in a greater capacity. And if you want to come on board as a mentoring student, or you're ready for a marketing management package, great. We'll bring you on board and we'll give you some of the details right there. But if I'm not a match for you, no worries. You know what? I'll wish you the best, and you still have that incredibly high value information from my 20 years of experience that you can take back and implement for greater success in your company. So if you haven't started with Constant Contact, remember buildingaspirations.com/constant-contact. And if you're ready for an appointment with me, click on the link that's on your screen. And if you're watching this on YouTube, the links are in the box below as well. So this has been Mark Mikelat from Building Aspirations, and this has been a re-recording. We originally had this event live, but we had some technical challenges, so we re-recorded it for public use. Thank you so much, everybody, for investing your time and energy to listen to the end. I know you have choices, and you chose to spend a little bit of time with me today, and I appreciate that. I wish you best of luck in your business, and I will see you on the next webinar.